Hey everybody, it's Kim here. Welcome back to my channel. My channel is called Never Too Late, and I am a early retired kind of full-time reseller, and I sell on the normal platforms, eBay, Poshmark, Depop. I list things on Mercari. I can't say I sell much there, but I do list there as well. Also Etsy. And I am here today with a thrift haul. We have a thrift store near us. It's a huge store, and about 20 minutes farther from me, there's an even huger one that just, like the one I normally go to that's closer to me is huge. Like, it is already so big that I could literally spend an entire day just looking through it. The other one is like twice as big, and I just, it still makes me, I always go to the smaller one just because it's more, I'm less likely to indeed spend the entire day there. So anyway, their prices are kind of high, but they do around holidays generally have half price sales that usually run 2 days. So over President's Day they had it, so I went the first day of the sale, and let me show you what I got. Oh, let me tell you though, my cost of goods for that day, I generally will take everything I buy and then I will divide it by the number of items and get my cost of goods, which this day was $4. There were a couple of pieces that were a little bit higher than normal. So $4, it's usually around $3.50. So $4 is still a really good, I'm sorry. I just, I chugged my coffee this morning, and then I've been chugging water, so I apologize. But anyway, I'm going to show you what I found. It was one of those weird hauls where I didn't find a lot of brands, but what I found was a lot of really interesting and funky stuff. So let's get started with the skirts. I don't have any skirt hangers right now, so I'm just going to pull them down. A lot of these definitely do need to be steamed. So this one was $3.99, which obviously helped bring my cost of goods down. And this is a black, I don't know what to really call this material. It's got a little bit of a sheen to it, and it almost feels like a linen, but it is handmade from what I can tell. From looking at like the seams inside, it definitely looks handmade. So it has a zipper in the back, and it is a maxi skirt, and it kind of flares out the farther you go down. It's really, really pretty. With this material, I think it's definitely like got that whimsy goth, witchy kind of a feel to it, even like a dark fairy or a fairy grunge, something like that. So lots of keywords I can use. And you know, I love the handmade things that just are really fun and cool. So I will be definitely excited about listing that one. All right, the next one was right next to it, and I am really thinking that this might have come from the same person because the fabric is very similar. I also very definitely looks handmade, but this one is this really fun, I'm trying to get where you can see that it's patchwork. It is a patchwork, like there's just such a glare. It is a patchwork. It's really hard to see because it's, let me find one that's more than, it's black on black, but this is a patchwork square that is black on the back, and then on the inside the square, it is a kind of like a embroidered, almost looks like a patch you would find on a quilt. So it's, once again, probably maxi length, and it zips in the back. And then it has this big slit in the front, but let's see if you can see from here. If you can see these patches, I'm really upset that they're not showing, but it's like a, it's definitely like a patchwork with the regular kind of shiny fabric, and then these patchwork squares. I'm trying to get in the light. This is so disappointing that you can't really see them, but you have to trust me, they are there. And this one was also not that expensive. Let's see. This one was $5.29, regular price. Okay. Oh, this is not. Oh, yeah, this is part of it. All right, these are not. These are just Spanx. These were $5.99, and these were Spanx. Just the Spanx kind of a little bit shiny leggings. Almost look like a faux leather, but just much more comfortable, very stretchy. And I did look these up. These are size 2X. I did look these up. I ran the comps on eBay, and in the 2X, they're pretty good. So I will get those listed. And I have to say, every time I found Spanx pants, leggings, and actual pants, they've sold fairly quickly. I mean, they're more bread and butter. I think they used to bring a higher price, but that's fine. I will take bread and butter quick flip any day. So this is called Niche, Neesh by DAR. It's a size small. It was made in Lithuania, 100% cotton. Here's what the tag looks like. And it is this little midi skirt. I just thought this was so cute. It's almost like a denim. The black is almost like a denim, and then it's got ribbon accents and this kind of textured plaid. And then the pocket is also like a textured plaid over here. Here's the pocket. It's got the really kind of almost a little bit off-center pocket. And then it's got some more detailing down here of ribbon and then different layers with this really almost linen feel striped and then this really pretty floral. And it's just got ribbon throughout. I just thought this was so cute. And it was, I think it was $8.29, so it would have been, you know, even half price would have been $4. I just thought it was so unique and unusual. And that little off-center pocket and the tiered, it just kind of, I think it'll do well. I have really good luck selling these tiered, cottony, flowy, tiered, kind of like peasant skirts. And I actually found a couple more, but they all had flaws, so I had to put them back except for this one. Now, tie-dye is not the best-selling pattern, but I do think that this fits in with the type of skirt it is. It definitely fits in with that boho, hippie, festival, 70s kind of a vibe, and festival season is coming up, so I think this one will actually do pretty well. It does have a brand. It's hard to read. It is Laura Jane collection, and it's a size medium, but it is a very, I mean, it obviously has the elastic waist stretch, but I think it would fit a small as well. It's mini to maxi length, so, and it was $5.29. Skirts are one of the things they don't price as high as other things. Okay, another skirt. And this one is from, this one I believe is vintage from Sag Harbor. It is an extra large, and it does also have elastic in the back, and the elastic still has tons of stretch. But it is this beautiful, I just thought this print was so pretty. This beautiful floral, and the blue and sage green and brown. It's a midi length. I do pretty well with these midi length skirts. It does not, I was looking to see if it had buttons, but this one does not have buttons. These just tend to sell pretty well for me. Once again, in that bread and butter category, but it was only $5.29. And like again, everything was half price. So things that bread and butter at the $3 to $4 price, I don't mind if they're things I think will move quickly and move well in my store. Okay, these are definitely a style experiment. I have a lot of trouble finding jeans, good brands of jeans, good styles of jeans. Now I can find you some Gloria Vanderbilt jeans 20 times a day, and I can find all of the skinny jeans you could ever want. But wide leg, baggy, those are really hard to find. So I did find these. They're only from Arizona Jean Company, and they are black, and they are also a size 2. So that is, you know, black brand and size are already working against these jeans. But look at this. They are a very wide leg, baggy cargo style. So I wanted to try them because of the style. We'll see. They are the low-rise baggy jean. And they look in really good shape, a little fading, but I don't think that's anything that hurts with jeans. And they do have like the double cargo pockets on this side and then one on the other side. And like I said, really wide and kind of that baggy fit. So we will see. They were $10, so half price would be $5. But for the $4 overall cost of goods, I'm willing to experiment. I think that they might do well. All right. This I just thought was absolutely gorgeous. It is vintage style work, size small. And it is polyester, but velvet, crushed velvet. And it is in this beautiful, it looks kind of blue, turquoisey, but it's actually kind of a green color. It's very green. And it's got like the V-neck, and then in the back it has the crisscross straps. And I like the silhouette where it kind of goes in and then flares out. And it is a maxi length, and the crushed velvet is very soft. It's just really beautiful. I feel like this is definitely going to do well. And they had it for $10.99. They really like to price up their dresses. $10.99 at first seems like, oh, that's a lot. But $10.99 is on the very low side of their dress pricing. But vintage velvet dresses seem to sell for me. So I was happy to get that. Now this is another one that total style-based pickup. It has a tie here. I also believe that this is handmade from looking at the construction on the inside. It is kind of a quilted black fabric. And then it has embroidered flowers. This lighting is terrible today. It has embroidered flowers all over it. But it's got this waistline, that goes like this, and it's got the piping, and then it's got this very thick, plaited, not plaited, like very big, wide skirt, round skirt. So it's got a lot of volume. It does, I don't think it has pockets. It would be, oh, it does. No, it has a zipper. It zips up the side. So this is just giving me some kind of Renaissance festival. Like, I think if you wore this and then you put one of those, like vests, tie-up vests over the top of it, you would have an amazing Renaissance festival costume. So handmade, I'll measure it for sizing, but I couldn't leave this one behind. It is just so pretty. I wish you could see like the variation in colors a little bit better, but it is just black with kind of like a very grass green stitching to make a little like daisy-like flowers. I just love her. Okay, a couple more dresses. I definitely got most of what I bought in either the skirt or the dress section this day. All right, this is another one that is, like I said, brands were not, it was very much a style-based shopping trip. This is new with tags, but it is Universal Threads, which I know is not the greatest selling brand, but it is new, and it is this, once again, it's that style, it's that peasant style, a little bit of an empire waist. It's giving, you know, it's almost giving like Victorian scullery maid or something. It does have pockets. It is that like gauzy cotton material. Let's see, is it 100% cotton? I have to look. I don't remember. But that gauzy, kind of gauzy, cottony material sells really well. Yeah, it's 100% cotton, and it's partially recycled cotton. So I will put sustainable, also modest. You know, there's a lot of keywords I can use for this one. And it is, even though it is long sleeve, it is lightweight. Once again, I think this could definitely be used as a Renaissance festival costume, so I will make sure I put that at least in the description. But this one, what it has going for it is definitely the style, the fabric, and the new tags. But what's holding it, and the pockets. Pockets are always a selling point with dresses. Oh, and I didn't show you, it also has the smocked back. What it doesn't have going for it is the color. You know, going into spring with a black dress, I don't know. It may sit around until the fall, or it may sell right away. It's hard to tell. But once again, because of if this were a different brand, it could be, you know, a really good piece. Since it is, I'm going to put these little things on here because it's falling off the hanger. Since it is Universal Threads, it's definitely more bread and butter. But I think it is a good, solid bread and butter piece. Okay, next. This is another where it's based on the style. It is an extra, extra large, so the size is definitely something that's working in its favor. It is Old Navy, made in India. Now, Old Navy for me is not necessarily a negative. I do pretty well with Old Navy dresses, given that they are a good style. And this is a nice maxi dress. It's got almost that milkmaid style to it with the poofy sleeves. It has the smocked backs. It has pockets. It is a beautiful floral. You know, the holdback is that it is black, but it also is short sleeve. So I really think this is another one that's going to be on the higher end of bread and butter for me. And Old Navy is actually a brand, I know a lot of people don't like to sell it, but I find that with Old Navy pieces that are, you know, good pieces, good style, you know, people know the brand, they recognize the brand, they have experience with the brand, so they're more apt to buy that than a brand they've never heard of, I think. Okay, next we have a couple of cute little pieces, because I always have to hit up the lingerie section. This is just, oh, I didn't tell you how much those two dresses were. All right, let me go back. The more Renaissance one with the flowers, the black with the green, that one was $13.99 regular price. The gauzy new with tags was $10.99, and the Old Navy was $9.99. All right, this was only $2.99, and I found this in the lingerie section. It doesn't have any branding. It does have adjustable spaghetti straps, but these like kind of see-through little dresses, little slip dresses do very well in my store as well. And this one with the green stripes, really pretty color. You know, this would be great to throw in over your bathing suit at the beach, or I don't know, you could put something else under and wear it out. You could layer it. It would look really cute with a little jacket, like a denim jacket over it. So yeah, I once again though, definitely in the bread and butter. We hit a lot of the bread and butter, but really solid bread and butters. So I was really going more on what I know sells well in my store on this trip, since I was not finding any real higher value items. Okay. This was $6.79, but this is a vintage Santee Classics in a size medium. But this just, I loved the floral. It's a really beautiful satin. It's in beautiful shape for vintage, and it has these really adorable bows. But I just love the floral paisley, the color combination. It's just very spring. And once again, these do sell regularly for me. They are kind of a staple, and a little bread and butter staple. This one's a little bit better because it is a maxi length. And when you get into the slip dresses, the midi to maxi length definitely adds value. This also has a cowl neck, and I know the cowl necks have been very popular lately. It also does have the spaghetti straps. It is this beautiful, look at this beautiful print with the kind of peachy orange and pink and blue flowers. I love it. And it does have quite a big slit in the side. It needs to be steamed because it definitely has some creasing. But the brand is Paper Heart, and it is a size large. And this one was $4.29. So I thought that was a great deal for this one, given that it is a maxi. Okay, this, I could not leave this. It is a corduroy, and it is apples, like apples on the apple tree. Corduroy button front, elastic back. No brand. I think it is entirely possible that this could also have been homemade by someone or artisan made. It was $6.99, but these vests, and especially one that has something like this, like a novelty print, like the fruit, these vests do really well for me. I sell a lot of vests like this. Anyway, so excited about that one. All right, this is, I think we only have three items left. Three left. All right. This, look at how beautiful. This is a vintage from the 60s. It looks like it was hemmed. It has a very tall hem, so I think it was probably hemmed. But it is this like metallic, sparkly material. Look at the pockets in the front like this. And it has this like glittery thread, kind of like a vine throughout. And then it has the flowers that are sequin, and they're embroidered, but they're also sequin with little pearls in the center. And then like here's like a little hanging down tulip. And then it has the cloth covered buttons. Just the silhouette of it is so 60s. And here is the back, and it has the zipper. And the brand is Aviana Model, and it's a size 4. I have never heard of this brand, but I will do some more research. But looking at it, I do believe that this is a vintage 60s dress. And I love it. Someone asked me yesterday, I think, what my favorite like vintage what era of vintage clothes was, and like I can't really pick one. And I said what I think I like maybe the most or a lot is the pieces that really represent the era that they're from, and that dress to me does that. And if you saw my last half price thrift store haul, I had a dress from the 70s that was like the wide pointy collar, and and that one was another one like that. It just epitomized the style of it, just epitomized the era. So this is just a garden variety, a little black dress, but I really loved this detail here. It's just this ruched, kind of zigzaggy ruched detailing. And it is from Roulette, size 10. And it's in the back. Probably a fast fashion brand. It does have a little slit in the back. It is like probably on me, it would definitely be below the knee, but it's probably on most people that are normal height, probably knee length. It's not lined. It's not anything. Once again, very bread and butter, but little black dresses are timeless. And this one just had that little pop of something a little bit extra. Oh, and it was $7.99. Okay, last but definitely not least, the very most expensive thing in the haul. And this was $19.49, so basically $10. It is from the brand Think Geek, which was like a 2010s brand from what I understand. It is a size large. I believe it is a men's size large, but it is just your regular kind of full zip hoodie material, you know, on the body. And then it has the kangaroo pocket, but it has stitching all over. And then it has these pieces that snap on to turn it from a just regular hoodie into a knight's armor. It's got like the here that look like the gauntlet gloves, and then it's got these pieces that look like the armor, and they're embroidered, and they do snap off. And then it's got the shoulder plates on both sides. And these pieces are a little thicker, almost more like a felt material. It's in really good shape. And then let me show you. The zipper pull is like a little shield. And the vest, the hood. The hood has the visor that you can actually pull down and put it like over your mouth. So it's like you're actually wearing the helmet. There's no way I wasn't buying this. And in doing a little research, I do not think the company is still around, or at least not in the same form. And, you know, looking online, these listed for around $70. So I'm probably going to go ahead and list it right around that. And, you know, take offers and see how it goes. Part of me really, I think it would fit me because it's a men's large. Part of me just wants to keep it and wear it to the Renaissance Festival myself. But part of me knows there's probably someone out there that would just get the biggest. Oh, it does have the thumb holes too. There's someone out there that would just enjoy this even more than me. And And I definitely will put Renaissance Festival, medieval, armor, knight, all of that. I do think cosplay. I do think that there is someone out there that would be willing to, you know, pay a little up for something like this. It's pretty cool. All right, so that was my whole haul. It wasn't that big, and like I said, I just, brand-wise, not really any exciting brands. For the most part, either brands I don't know or homemade. There was one. I don't even know. Anyway, so yeah, brands, this was not a brands type of a, this wasn't a sell-through rate. This was not that kind of a trip. This was a style-based, fun, funky, and interesting trip. And that actually does sell for me. And I do know in my own store certain things that are good sellers. So I'm using the knowledge from my own store and then knowledge of, you know, style-based and that kind of stuff to source. So I like having both of those strategies. You know, I'm definitely excited when I find a brand like Tuckernut. Like in my last, I had a top from Tuckernut. Great brand. I love it. But at the same time, it's nice to have, you know, the ability to still find some great, amazing pieces. Some of these I think will sell for more than bread and butter prices. I do think this one will go for more, the black quilted dress, and I do think the 60s dress will go for more, and I think this jacket will go for more. So, you know, a couple of pieces in there that will probably go, and then the rest of it is mostly bread and butter. But bread and butter is kind of what your store thrives on, you know? It's great to have, or at least mine. The bread and butter is what pays the bills. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know. Let me know what you thought. Was this a good haul? Would you have picked up some of these things? Are there things in here that you're like, what, are you crazy? I would have left that behind. Let me know what your favorite piece was. And, I don't know. I've had fun. I really have fun. I'm so excited to get all these things listed. And, you know, if I'm excited about the pieces that I'm listing, I'm much more likely to want to get it done and to work faster, better. It's so true. Is anyone else like that? I don't know. Probably a lot of us. But anyway, you know, I think remember, it's never too late to just consider your other options. I think in business and in life as well, if we get so set on there's only this one way forward, like I'm only sourcing things that are 100% or, you know, 70% sell-through rate, and have a 70% sell-through rate, or I'm only searching the brands that are, you know, these well-known designer brands, and you can miss some really hidden gems. And I'm not saying that, you know, reselling, you should switch. If your model is working for you, then you know, that is good. I unfortunately don't have the luck finding the brands as often. So the style base definitely is, this is just what I like more, for being perfectly honest. So, but in general, I just mean that you can get set in looking at things one way, and sometimes you can find a different way that can help you kind of broaden. And you know, the broader your horizons are, you know, the more chances you have to find whatever it is you're looking for. So I don't think I really said that well at all, but hopefully you understood what I mean. All right, I have so much to do this afternoon. I'm going to be photographing, and while I'm photographing, my lighting booth is over here. My computer and desk are back there, so while I'm photographing here, I'm going to hook this camera up to my computer, and I'm going to download about 4 videos that I have filmed that are ready to be uploaded, and then I can, hopefully this weekend, I will be able to edit them all and get them out. Maybe one even before then. I'm trying to get ahead on the videos. I'm much better about filming them ahead than I am about uploading them and editing them ahead. I just have this thing in my head that I hate to edit. And if I just do it, then it's done. It's not that bad. But anyway, I hope you have more than you wanted to know about me and my editing. I don't know what you'd call it. Aversion. I I need to get over it. But anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, subscribe, hit that notification bell, because I am not on a schedule yet to when I'm posting videos. I'm working towards it, but I'm not there yet. I'm probably a bit away from that. Leave me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, let me know what you thought, and also, I guess you can do this hype up thing. Do that if you can, if you think about it. That'd be great, because I am still on YouTube's, I don't know, their bad list because I took so much time off. But anyway, I'm back now, trying to be more regular. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day, week, whatever, weekend, whatever it is when you're watching this. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!